Hello, I'm Gordon with Unlock Your Bioenergy. Today is Wednesday, December 10th, 2025, and I have a subject I want to talk about, and it's how to deal with anxiety in the body. Reason being is because it was brought up in a thread, and I thought it was worthwhile talking about because I know somebody who has had anxiety attacks for many years. And I would say that the last few years now, those anxiety attacks have dissipated a lot for the good. And when I think back to how it all changed or what influenced the change, it made me realize that the attacks that once were are no longer there. And why is that? Well, I think it has a lot to do with the electricity in the body. And when you focus your attention on the electricity in the body, you begin to morph changes for the better. And it affects all kinds of things inside the body. Your hormones, your energy levels, your ability to cope, to think, a wide variety of things. And when your body changes, you start to reap the benefits from that. And one of those benefits that I think about is this. Believe it or not, so simple. The cleanest and most absorbable, which I call the deuterium-free 114 degree molecular bond angle water. And the person who, in my life, who has been struggling with anxiety has changed for the better. And it's helped them cope with these moments of extreme anxiety. And they drink this. Why is it so important? Well, because it contains the energy, the hydrogen that's necessary for the body to go like really explode in terms of energy in a good way. Some people over the years have tried other things to help with anxiety. One of those is this. So it's a shout out to somebody I know. Not personally, but right? And when I think about that, what's in it? Well, it's no secret that it has a high concentration of hydrogen in it, and that is probably more absorbable from versus the water that you are drinking. If you're drinking tap water that's fluoridated, I don't think you're in a good situation, because you're going to just indirectly or negatively affect how your body processes cortisol and deals with hormones inside the body, and that's going to affect your level or ability to deal with anxiety, situations that come up in life, whether it's at work, whether it's at home, whether it's on the field. Like there's numerous examples. So when you focus on fixing the electricity inside the body, it correlates into a positive domino effect. So what's necessary for electricity? Well, you need to have good salts. I like Redmond real salt, and that affects your body's ability to digest foods. And if you have acid reflux, that means you don't have enough acid in your stomach, not enough hydrochloric acid, and so you're basically, your body's trying to compensate by creating it in advance or when it has the salt, and then you have these situations where you have discomfort. So could that inadvertently drive anxiety higher? I think so, because if you're not satisfied from a hunger perspective, you're going to be thinking about it, and when you're thinking about it, then it's going to affect your cortisol and the release of hormones and so forth. So that's just one domino of the many, that are at play when it comes to managing anxiety and the hormones associated with it. So if you add in the fact that if you're doing that, and then add in the fact that you're getting proper light, sunlight. If you're not getting direct sunlight, then another tool that's available to help deal with anxiety is that of the X39, which it fits into all types of lives. Doesn't matter. It's easy. The only limitation is if you forget to put it on in the morning. That's it. And if you're forgetting to put it on in the morning, the patch, well then, you have a busy life, perhaps. You need to think. Perhaps putting reminders on the mirror or something. Or on your phone. Ding! Don't forget your patch. There's things you can do, so that way it triggers you to think about these things just automatically. And when you do that, then you develop a rhythm. It helps with energy, the bioenergy, the electricity inside your body. Where the energy flows, so does, or where the blood flows, so does that energy. So can exercise assist with anxiety and cortisol levels? Sure can. I know that there's a lot of people in the world today that have lost desire to do exercise, but it's good for you. It's good, and that's why I'm here 6 days a week, to motivate you, to help you with that. And one way you can help me by giving this to you, by making a purchase of X39. So if you go to unlock your bioenergy, you'll see this webpage, which I have mirrored on the screen. And if you click here on purchase your bioenergy products, it'll take you to lifewave.com/Gordon Tomazik, where you can make your first purchase of X39. And can it help with your hormones? I think so. Because I'm still putting on muscle. And keeping it. And it's really opened my eyes a little bit. It really has. Because I was, at one point in my life, I was eating 6 times a day. And consuming 150 grams of protein, if not more, on average per day. And I'm kind of in the same shape. Might be a little bit bigger, slightly, but overall, I feel like it's the same because my strength levels are the same. So, did I have more body fat? A higher percentage of body fat? I think so. I think so. Because when I look back at some old videos and whatnot, some photos, I can see it. Yes, I had higher body fat percentage. And if you're supplementing with protein, taking your whey protein, does that get converted into sugar? I think so. Because bulking and cutting wasn't a thing until whey kind of came along. So it kind of fits the bill. And that's why it's important to observe what happens strictly with you as an individual. Listen to your body to figure it out. If you have to diarize what you're experiencing, then do it. That's basically your record. You need to understand what works for you because everybody's different. But there are things that are foundational. And I've talked about this before. One being the water, the cleanest and most absorbable. Everybody needs it. You can't survive without it. And the other foundational piece is light. You need it, whether you realize it or not. It plays a role in helping your body manage itself. So whether you get sunlight every single day, at least half an hour of direct sunlight, that's quite a bit of time. Not everybody has that time to sit in the sun, get direct sunlight for half an hour. A lot of us have busy lives. We're driving the kids around and working and doing all kinds of other things. And here where I live in Alberta, the sun is only here for it seems like 6 hours, 7 hours a day. And then if it's overcast, then you're not getting the direct sunlight. So does the X39 become a viable tool to help your body trigger the process of photobiomodulation to activate that fountain of youth called the GHK copper peptide? It sure does. It works very well. And I encourage you to scan that QR code and take a serious look. Help yourself. And in doing so, it'll help me. And if you need further inspiration, then follow. Try to keep up with yours truly. I'm 49 years old and I feel like I'm much younger. And tomorrow I will demonstrate again why with the Feel It Friday and then the fitness test on Saturday. Or no, tomorrow's shoulders, then Friday, and then Saturday, the fitness test. So without further ado, let's get on with it. Today is leg day. Oh, and I just realized this guy. I need to put this on here. So today I'm wearing this shirt for Raven. Thanks for the shout out today, by the way. You said you'd be out of breath. That's funny. Oh, excuse me. So today I'm going to start with a 9-minute warm-up. And I'm going to set the metronome. There we go. Setting it at 132. Get the timer going. 9-minute warm up. Let's begin. And then for today's leg day workout, I've got some upgrades that I haven't shown before, which I think are going to be helpful in today's workout. There we go. So we're a few minutes in. last few minutes of the warm-up, I will do an all-out burst to see how high my heart rate goes, if it does go that high. And then today, for leg days, I'll be doing squats with thrusts, reverse Nordics, RDLs, calf raises, and hamstrings. So, some different exercises today. I will be introducing some additional equipment that I'll be using to help with increasing the focus for both the squats and the calf raises. I haven't done this yet. And for next week, I have some additional upgrades prepared that I think those will find interesting if you're following along. And because I do have some goals that I want to reach from a calisthenic perspective. And these upgrades, I think, are going to help with that. I just realized that spinning the rope like this will help with backward skipping. Alright, so at the 2-minute mark, that's where I'm going to increase the tempo. But I'll start first with just doing unbroken crisscrosses. So in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Alright, now I'm going to start increasing the tempo.
reduce the tempo to 60 beats per minute to assist with positioning when I'm doing these exercises. Alright, I'll do it this way. What the heck, why not? So, I'm going to do a squat on the vibration plate. So today I have a 2x4 that's here, which I'm going to put my heel on, and then that changes the angle of the foot like this. So it works to work more of the quadricep. Just the angle helps ever so slightly. And with that, I'm going to do a hip thrust. Oh yeah, okay. I think that's going to be about the right angle. Alright, so dun, dun, dun. Kind of got it set up already here, so I have some non-slip cabinet things that are like the, I don't know what you call it. Alright, so, oh yeah, I can really feel the difference now by combining the 2x4 on top of the vibration plate and having the door stops underneath the 2x4 allows me to move my feet kind of right away. There we go. And I want to stay in the sticking points, if you want to call it that, in the movement of the range of motion. So here there's like, you can't get out of it that easily. It's an area that you want to focus some attention. So by having the band, the hip thrust band, on the plate as well here at this time, it makes sure it forces that I hit my hinge the hips. And now I'm more kind of a little bit more upright, and I can really feel the tension on the quads. Wow, it's really pretty uncomfortable in a good way. I can feel the burn as if I'm doing a wall sit. But with the additional resistance, oh. So in the past, I've done closed chain reverse or closed chain squats. It burns like right in here. right. Next is I'm going to do a reverse Nordic curl. So what I'm going to do is lower the weight here. Take the towel to make this a little bit more comfortable. And then move the position of the band so it's attaching here. There's not enough slack there. A little bit forward for a little bit more tension at the bottom of the rep. So, to do a reverse Nordic curl, I will be up on my knees like this, and then you want to keep your glutes tight. And this is going to force, just holding like this. And then forcing the quads to do the work. And with the resistance and the vibration, you could hold this up here. And I'm just using my toes to kind of keep me in position. So just my toes are touching the floor. Wow. All right. Next is going to be RDLs, where I'm going to include the band like this. I'm going to use the ankle strap and attach it around my foot. And then hold it like this, and basically do an RDL on the vibration plate. just really forces me to so I could do a combo version of this with a band attached to the wall behind me, and I'll do that in future episodes. Wow, the burn in the calf. I'm really feeling it. So could increase the effectiveness of this by taking the hip thruster as well to this movement to help with stability a little bit, because I can really feel how this vibration plate is creating a lot of forcing me to all the stabilizer muscles in the leg to activate. It's pretty uncomfortable in a good way. It's hard to overcome. Oh, wow. Oh my. I can feel it on the front side, in the tibia. Alright, okay. Now I'm going to switch legs. Using the same band. And I've worked up a pretty good sweat so far. This little shirt is making me hot. Wow. My left is a lot stronger than my right. Okay. Just holding it as long as I can down there. Oh, wow. discomfort. Oh my. It's in the lower part of the leg. And I felt this before, but just on the flat on the ground. But with the vibration plate, it just adds a lot more a lot more time under tension and a lot more activation. Oh, okay. Next up is going to be hamstring curls, and this is where I'm going to just use the this guy, the hip thrust. I'm going to switch it to the heavier weight. Yes, that's what I want. Alright. Now, I'm going to step it how I stepped into this in the past. And it's okay if this is here. Let's see if I have enough tension on the band. Maybe slightly, just a little bit further ahead. And here we go. So this is at full contraction now. Just holding the band. Probably could use the grain band on this, because I do feel the strength in the hamstrings there. I'm not fatiguing that quickly. So by pointing the toes upwards, I'm changing the feel of. Okay. It's starting to show now. I can start to feel the discomfort. It's building. Holding it high here. So I'm using the same principle like I used for the bicep curls earlier this week. So using the vibration increases the time under tension and the muscle activation. Oh no, I'm starting to feel it. Okay, that's good. Alright. Next up is I'm going to do the cat phrases, and that's going to be the final exercise for today. For the cat, excuse me. Alright. For the calf raises, I'm going to include the band. So that way it kind of pulls me backwards, the hip thrust band. And that way I can keep my feet planted on the, there we go. So I'm going to do it like that. It's going to stay put. I'm going to take the 2x4 out, so there's the 2x4. For the calf raises, I've got a thicker piece. It's two 2x4s together. Alright, then I'm going to do this. This. I think like this. And then it'll come up. Yeah. That way it'll hold. It's a little bit of setup. That's okay. And then by taking the bracket, I'm actually just going to put it in the middle like this so it doesn't move. Alright, so really? Come on. There we go. Just kind of evening the band out so that way it stays in place. And then now, oh my, this is pulling too much. Just gonna switch. Or maybe don't even use this. I thought about adding it, but I don't think I need it. Alright, so taking the band like this. There we go. This is part that's awkward. Now, I'm doing this for the very first time, so bear with me. I think this is probably safer to do with. Yeah, that's going to hit me in the face. That's not going to be good. Can't control it. Thought I would be able to, but I can't. I can see it happening. Now it's not going to happen. So, I'm always thinking of how to make sure I'm safe first. And my original thought of the dual 2x4 would be, thought it would be good, but I don't think it is. Okay, there we go, like that. Now, yes. Alright, this is better. So by having, oh yeah, here we go. So having the 2x4 puts a bigger stretch onto the calf muscle, and I can feel it. very strong. Oh my. My heels are now touching. And having the 2x4 actually, it rolls a little bit underneath my feet. So it helps with, ooh, wow. This is an exercise. Whew. Very, 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 very effective for the calves. So I'm holding it up. My feet are kind of like all the way down, and they are cramping like from the activation. Oh, I can even do it this way here. Roll like this slightly. Now putting the balls of my feet back onto the 2x4. I think what I'm going to do is still change the design of this 2x4 so that way I can do even like a deeper stretch on the calf. Wow. My heels are on the vibration plate now, pressing off. Whew. I could feel the tibia when I was doing the RDL, and now I'm feeling, oh my goodness, the calves, they're just, they are cramping. Wow. Wow. That is a stellar calf muscle workout. If you want to build your calves, that's what you do. Under the resistance with the 2x4, it makes the calf muscles scream like the biceps when I'm doing it. Just incredible how much activation you get from it. Alright, so today's date stamp, December 10th, 2025. Starting time was at 2:14 Mountain Standard Time. Alright, so for maximum heart rate, I hit 158. I was in that range for 2 minutes and 47 seconds during the, well, yeah, overall. So I hit it, got back in there when I was doing the legs. And so it just kind of shows you that the vibration plate training is for real, because it's calling for blood supply to the muscle, because it needs to have the oxygen. So this is a very good way of showing you that, and meanwhile also building or breaking down the muscle fibers to create hypertrophy in the body. And when you stimulate the body that way, you create change. And when you stimulate the body with the X39, you create change. The fountain of youth. And it's wonderful to be able to share my experience with you, because there's nothing better than feeling younger when you live well, you live long, and you live
young. So, get on board. See the QR code there? Make your first purchase. I'd appreciate that. So, we'll see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Have a good night.